When God gives you a new beginning, don't repeat the old mistakes. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. If we open a quarrel between past and present, we shall find that we have lost the future. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. We are masters of the unsaid words, but slaves of those we let slip out. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. If you do something for recognition, you won't do it right. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself or get all the credit for doing it. Happiness is not by chance, but by choice. A king is not born, he is made. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. If you give too much priority to people, they will start ignoring you. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Smile. It confuses your enemies. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Comfort is the worst addiction. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. In war, you can only be killed once, but in politics, many times. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Running away from your problem is a race you will never win. The best way out is always through. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Every person capable of angering you becomes your master. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Men are problem solvers. When men don't have problems to solve, they create them. This is why comfortable lives lead to depression. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you can see. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. If you're going through hell, keep going. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Don't wait for opportunity, create it. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Expression doesn't always need a reason. Sometimes it's just natural. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. You need to stop giving 100% to people who give 30%. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. All achievements and all earned riches have their beginning in an idea. The future depends on what you do today. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. What we fear of doing most is usually what we most need to do. Dream big and dare to fail. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. A broken mirror will still reflect the truth. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Even in imperfections, reality remains unchanged. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our when. He who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. The way to become rich is to put all your eggs in one basket and then watch that basket. Don't wait for the right opportunity. Create it. The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. Life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. We shall show mercy, but we shall not ask for it. You are not defined by your past. You are prepared by it. Every closed eye is not sleeping, and every open eye is not seeing. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. History is written by the victors. If you want to see the rainbow, you must endure the rain. The empires of the future are the empires of the mind. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Bad days are also part of a good life. The best revenge is massive success. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Until the lion learns how to write, every story will glorify the hunter. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Everything depends on the way you see. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Do not try to change anyone. Look for souls similar to you. Your greatest teacher is your last mistake. Politics is not a game. It is an earnest business. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. Everybody you fight is not your enemy, and everybody who helps you is not your friend. A man is not defined by his mistakes, but by how he rises after them. Everything you've ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. A man's own mind is the greatest battle he will face. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. I am always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. You don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. When people talk, listen completely. Most people never listen. The harder you fall, the higher you bounce. You'll face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. Don't tell people your plans. Show them your results. As I grow older, I pay less attention to what men say. I just watch what they do. Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. The frog that sits in the well may think the sky is square. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Limited perspective creates limited understanding. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. Dreams become realities when thoughts become actions. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Short words are best, and the old words when short are best of all. Be the change you wish to see in the world. A goal without a plan is just a wish. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. You are what you think, so just think big, believe big, work big, and live big. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. No one can guarantee success in war, but only deserve it. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Loneliness and the feeling of being unwanted is the most terrible poverty. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. To transform yourself, you must first disappear from the identity you've constructed for yourself. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. You get what you work for, not what you wish for. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. You don't need to be perfect to inspire others. Let people get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Hustle until your haters ask if you're hiring. The most difficult thing in life is to know yourself. Never regret a day in your life. Good days bring happiness, bad days bring experience. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Strive for progress, not perfection. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. A flea can trouble a lion more than a lion can trouble a flea. Happiness often sneaks in through a door you didn't know you left open. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer someone else up. People who are unable to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive. Your limitation is only your imagination. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. If you have 10,000 regulations, you destroy all respect for the law. If you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing anything. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. The most effective way to do it is to do it. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Perhaps it is better to be irresponsible and right than to be responsible and wrong. A champion is defined not by their wins, but by how they can recover when they fall. I like a man who grins when he fights. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. It is a fine thing to be honest, but it is also very important to be right. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. True genius resides in the capacity for evaluation of uncertain, hazardous, and conflicting information. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. It is always wise to look ahead, but difficult to look further than you can see. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. Rise above the storm, and you will find the sunshine. I am easily satisfied with the very best. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. There is no such thing as public opinion. There is only published opinion. Your big opportunity may be right where you are now. It is no use saying we are doing our best. You have got to succeed in doing what is necessary. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Great things never came from comfort zones. An intelligent person keeps his age, his income, and his mistakes private from his family. If you can dream it, you can do it. Life is 10% what happens to us, and 90% how we react to it. This is no time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. Success is not in what you have, but who you are. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters.